Hello and welcome back to Frank and Hopeful here in the Hartlepool Mail newsroom and at hartlepoolmail.co.uk on, well, what you'd expect, Frank, to be a fairly cheery Monday morning after Saturday's 2-1 victory over Leyton Orient. But if you buy today's Sport Mail, you'll see the quotes of Neil Cooper. Fairly strong stuff there. The manager's not holding back. He's accused his players of being, quote, soft, saying that he needs stronger characters, players who aren't scared to have a pop at each other. He likens it to his playing days up in Aberdeen in the mid-80s, where he said he'd literally have fights with his best friends on the pitch and in the dressing room. You want to see more of that among his men. What do you make of that?
They always talk about the great atmosphere amongst Hartlepool United players. They all get on well together, they go out to socialise together, and that bonds well. It's great when you're working with the same guys at training, but I can see where he's coming from. Some of the things we've been lacking is someone who's prepared to put that tackle in and prepared to point the finger at his mates and turn around and say, you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not helping us here, you've got to do something about it. You don't see that so much. Whether that's a thing with just in lower league football, I don't think so. Other clubs always seem to have somebody, they always seem to have the hard man, the stocky player that can put himself about and do it with his own players. Yeah. He's making a very good point, and it's great that Hartlepool United manager's come out and saying that, because we haven't had that before.
Well, what Frank's just said there is pretty much exactly what Neil Cooper said at the weekend. I must admit, I was not surprised or shocked, I don't know what the right word is, but just taken aback by the timing of it, because I really expected Neil to come out and say it was a good way to end the season, which it was. But what he did say is true, and it's refreshing that he has said it. There is a soft underbelly to Hartlepool United, and they do really need toughening up during the summer, and it probably isn't what the manager wants right now, and I think he's going to address that when it comes to summer recruitment. Do you anticipate that, Frank?
Yeah, and I think he's got to be mindful of the way in which he does it, because he can't rip out the social heart that they have, can he? Because you take that away, then you've got to rebuild far too much. And you often hear of teams that really decimate the squad during the close season, and they find it hard to get something back together again. They don't need to do that.
No,
they really
I agree.
And I can understand where he's coming from. But now he said it, now he has to do it. The IOR and the chairman, they've got to back what he wants, and they've got to say, OK, you're the guy in charge, we put you in charge for your second term, we're going to go with you. And I think they have to do it. I think the fans can see that. Yeah. They know what's needed, I think. It's
a good point you make there, Frank. He doesn't want to rip the heart out of the team, definitely not. I think it's more evolution than revolution at Victoria Park this summer, but he has seen something which he doesn't like, and to read those quotes in full, make sure you get today's Sport Mail. It certainly is strong stuff from the manager. On the game itself, a 2-1 victory, of course. Pools went ahead courtesy of Anthony Sweeney in the first half, but then a mistake by Paul Murray allowed Jamal Campbell-Rice to level before Ryan Noble soared on the penalty spot 17 minutes from time to flash home an expert header. And your reflections, Frank, on the game as a whole?
Two good goals, well taken goals. Ryan was excellent, as you said. He was up there in the clouds when he hit it well, straight on the forehead, bang. Nobody had a chance. And we've got a picture to show how high up he was in today's paper. Absolute quality. He enjoyed his celebration, and it always sends the fans home a wee bit happy when they see a good win, especially as the goals have been drying up for a long time. Yeah, a deserved win, I think. Yeah. You know, Leyton did their part. They were fighting to get something to keep them in the league, and as it happened, the defeat didn't matter for them. You know, results went their way, and their fans celebrated as well. Yeah, of course. Overall, it wasn't the best game, I didn't think. No. But we won it, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, it was enough for Leyton Orient to stay up in the end, and afterwards the Leyton Orient squads were on the Liquor Island Morrison's cleaning that out ahead of a 6-hour bus journey. I say celebration. I saw Leon McSweeney, and I said, "Are you going to be celebrating on the way back down?" I think he said it was more just relief. They weren't in the mood for.
We've been there ourselves, haven't we?
It wasn't in the mood for celebration. It was more just a relief, knowing that they've renewed their League One status ahead of next year. Taking on from what Frank said, I thought the game as a whole, I didn't think it was the best, but Pools did enough to win, and they haven't been doing that of late. It was the first home victory since February the 18th. So to get that win under their belt and to end the season on a victorious note, I thought was a relief. Good performances. I thought Evan Horwood did okay. That was a decent ball for the goal.
A bit more consistency.
A word on young Darren Holden as well. Faded second half, but I thought he made a terrific start.
I always look at my picture count at the end, you know, when I'm doing my pictures for the guys on the Saturday night, and I've got 3 or 4 really good pictures of Darren. Last week I had 5, 10, 15 pictures of him, and I think that says, as you said, he faded a wee bit.
He did, yeah.
You know, he's a young boy and he's got a lot to learn in his craft.
Yeah,
That's the way it is.
I thought you made a promising start, and I think he certainly is one who could perhaps make an impact next season. Elsewhere, Luke James and James Poole came on, not at the sharpest,
No.
I think we'd all agree, but they can be forgiven that given the amount of time they've been on the sidelines. So as it is, we look forward to Charlton later in the week when we'll rejoin you for Frank and Hopeful Extra. In the meantime, make sure you buy today's Sport Mail for those strong words from Neil Cooper and some cracking pictures from Frank as well. In the meantime, like you say, just keep on reading the paper, and we'll see you again at the end of the week.